The tables turned. This poem was composed by William Wordsworth, okay? A romantic poet, a lover of nature, or a high priest of nature. And when you go through this poem, then you realize that how much William Wordsworth loved nature, or what he says, what message he gives through this poem. Actually, William Wordsworth was not against of books, against of studies, but what he wants to say through this poem, that nature can be our teacher, or whatever we want to gain, whatever knowledge we want to have, we can have from nature also. So first of all, just let me tell you that this poem was published in Lyrical Ballad, okay, in 1798. So that was the publication time. And the very first word here, my friend. So this poem, it is being addressed to one of the friend of William Wordsworth, Coleridge. No doubt Coleridge was his first friend, but it was Hazlitt. Actually, it was William Hazlitt. He visited Coleridge, and at that moment, William Wordsworth he himself also remarked that this poem arose out of conversation. Okay, conversation with a friend means there was a simple talk between Wordsworth and William Hazlitt as a friend, simple talk, simple conversation. And what William Wordsworth found that William Hazlitt, he was fond of books, or he was just like a bookworm. Means he had a lot of attachment to books, especially the books of moral philosophy. When William Wordsworth felt that his friend Hazlitt was not interested in the phenomena, in the beautiful objects of nature, or he was not giving his attention to the nature, and he was completely focused only on the bookish knowledge. So just like a friend, and as I have told you that there was a simple conversation between both, between William Wordsworth and William Hazlitt. So what Wordsworth advised his friend that just come out of this bookish knowledge, okay, quit your books. So you can find here the beauty of language, the simplicity of language, and the message also that whatever we want to get, we can get even from the nature too, and we must go in the lap of nature. So this is a simple advice from the side of William Wordsworth to all the readers, to all the human beings. And here we can also say that my friend, okay, it is also that is my friend. This or these words are also used for the readers, but it is William Hazlitt. So now what he says through this poem, that first of all, okay, up my friend, okay, up my friend. So William Wordsworth is addressing here his friend, and the name of his friend is William Hazlitt, okay. And the very first line of this poem, the language used by William Wordsworth, is also indicating that it is a simple advice, right? Advice from a friend to his friend. And what kind of advices are being given to his friend? So William Wordsworth he advises him, William Hazlitt, okay, William Hazlitt, his friend. So he advises him to leave his books, up my friend, okay, and quit your books. Just give up your books, come out of your bookish knowledge, just ignore your books, because whatever you want to get, that can never be found in your books. So the very first line is giving the idea, the main theme of the whole poem. So don't forget that it is an advice, and here Wordsworth advises that his friend should leave the study, okay, his friend should leave the studies, his studies, Oh, surely why? Why should he give up? Why should he leave the studies? Or why should he come out of his books attachment? Oh, surely, because William Wordsworth is very sure that if his friend gets so attachment with the books, he is so attached, oh surely you will grow double, you will grow double, you will lose your health, or you will just put on the weight. Okay, in that way means his friend can bend, or there may be a danger with his health. So his body, the body of his friend, it would bend, or surely you will grow double, means you may put on some weight, you may get some weight. So definitely you must quit your books. Up my friend, and clear your looks. Now he is asking Hazlitt, okay, his friend, to get up, just get up. And he does not, means here we just feel that Wordsworth, because as a lover of nature, he doesn't like too much study, and that is why that he is asking his friend to get up. Get up from where? Get up from his table. Okay, table stand, get up from his table, because Hazlitt, or his friend, he was very busy in studying the books related to moral philosophy. So clear your looks, why all this toil and trouble? So now here he is advising him that his friend should see things clearly by observing nature. Okay, reading books need hard labor, we all know. If we study, then we work hard a lot. And now William Wordsworth, he asks this kind of question, that for what this hard work, for what this labor, for what you are getting this trouble, only to get knowledge, right? So why all this toil, that is hard work and trouble? So reading books or studying books need a lot of hard work. This is why that William Wordsworth, he asks his friend why he takes all the trouble. Okay, why he is taking so much trouble, and he is working so hard only to study the books, only to get some knowledge. So William Wordsworth doesn't like the hard work in the study of books. According to him, a person should see things clearly, okay, clearly by observing nature. So here uh, William Wordsworth, he condemns the bookish knowledge, the bookish learning, and bookworm like habit of his friend Hazlitt. Up, my friend, and quit your books, or surely you will grow double. Up, my friend, and clear your looks. Why all this toil and trouble? Because in the end of your study, you will come to know that there was no use of your hard work, of your trouble. So you are not getting anything from these kinds of books. That is why that you must quit your books. That is the best advice from William Wordsworth to Hazlitt. That was the very first stanza of this poem, and now just look at the last stanza. Okay, again he is advising Hazlitt, and now what he says, he is seeming very bitter, very angry, very irritated with the habit of his friend, because he is completely mad for bookish knowledge or study. And in the last stanza we again come to know that how much Wordsworth disliked bookish knowledge or books. Oh, he was not much more in favor of study. And what he says, right? So he has asked his friend to close up the books, to quit the books, or to give up the books, because he thinks that our intellectuality, our wisdom, or our meddling intellect, it always misshapes, okay, it always destroy the beauteous forms of things. That was the the thought of William Wordsworth as a lover of nature. So in this last stanza, enough of science and of art, okay, he seems to be so fed up. William Wordsworth seems in the last stanza of this poem so fed up with both, with science and with art. That is why he advises his friend Hazlitt, close up these barren leaves. So just look here, leaves, the pages of the books, and barren. Okay, this kind of word has been used by William Wordsworth, that the pages of books, or the bookish knowledge, or the bookish, that is the study of books, is completely barren, unproductive. Okay, because there is no use to go through any book, there is no use of study, there is no use of bookish knowledge, there is no use of giving your much more time, energy to your hard work also to the books, because they are completely barren, and because they are not going to give you any advantage, they are not going to give you any kind of pure knowledge. So why should you not close up these barren leaves? So this is enough of science and of art, close up these barren leaves. Just look here at the mood of the poet. So the mood of the poet William Wordsworth seems here to be very angry, very irritated, and again he is advising. Okay, so in this last stanza, William Wordsworth, he tells his friend that we have had enough of science and art. Okay, we have had, there is no limit of the knowledge of science, knowledge of art. Each and every one is this time engaged only in getting much more knowledge of both of science and of art, and this is why that we have had enough of the knowledge of science, we have had enough the knowledge of art, and this means that we have enough of books. Okay, there is no limit of the books of science or related the books of art. Okay, there are so many books related to science and related to art, and now human beings, they don't need any more book also related to these subjects. So we have enough of books on these subjects of science and of art. And now close up. Okay, so William Wordsworth, he is asking Hazlitt to close up the books of science and the books of that is related to art. And this is why that William Wordsworth, okay, he is calling the books of science, the books of art, completely barren leaves. He advises Hazlitt, his friend, as a friend, to come forth. Okay, come forth and bring with you a heart. Means he is saying that you must just close up these barren leaves, you must quit the books, and you must come out of that kind of intellectuality, but bring with you a heart. If you come to nature, if you come to the lap of nature, then you must not come with your wisdom, with your intellectuality, with your intellect, meddling intellect, but you must simply have a heart. Okay, if you go to nature and you go to nature without heart, without feelings, without emotion, then there will be no use. You will never get anything from nature, because you have to you have to have a lot of feelings for nature. So come forth and bring with you a heart, and this heart is very necessary to recognize, to know the beauty, so that you may observe the beauty. Okay, beauty of nature, and you may feel the inner soul of God among the phenomena of nature. If you don't come with your that kind of sensitive heart, if I say in detail, that this is why that come out forth. Okay, come out in the open, that is nature. come out of your study room. Okay, come out of your that room where you always make a study, and when you come out of your study room, then you must also get a heart with you. A sensitive heart means the heart should be sensitive to the beauty of nature, right? The heart should be sensitive, enough sensitive to the beauty of nature, beautiful phenomena of nature, and your heart must be able to observe its beauty. That watches, what kind of heart? That watches, right, and receives, means you will observe the beauty of nature, and you will also receive all the knowledge, that or the morality from nature that will be given by her. So come with a heart that watches and receives, means the heart should not care for the intellects. So here in the last stanza, what we find that William Wordsworth, he favors the heart that watches the natural beauty, and he seems to rejects intellect. Okay, and enough of science and of art, close up these barren leaves, come forth and bring with you a heart that watches and receives, so that you may be a lover of nature. And just look at this line also, it is very clear here. Books, it is a dull and endless strife. So here that William Wordsworth, he has clearly made this, explained that books are nothing but they are dull and they are endless strife. So you should not waste your time. Come here the woodland linnet, how sweet his music on my life. And there is more of wisdom in it. It depends on you that how much you get from the nature, because nature is never dull, and there is you needn't to make an endless struggle to get that knowledge. But if you want to get knowledge, you will have to work hard a lot, going to books, going to your study, and getting knowledge. It is also very dull, it is very boring, it is very laborious. But when you go to nature, you always enjoy, you can enjoy the sweet melodious music of nature, and you can also get a lot of knowledge from nature.